everyone uses our subscription services. So I made a separate
you're
email.
The plug?
Yeah. I made a separate email where I'm like, so you guys can get your own codes and the password is pay my bills. So every time you log in.
Shutter doesn't do the thing where it's like it detects password sharing.
Oh, yeah.
So I just like, you want to watch this movie? Here, I'll give you my login. So on the profiles, I have Xero and whoever else is on this account. My 2 profiles.
That's what I need to do. I'm like, geez, pay my stuff. Welcome to Two Nerds and an Actor, the podcast where we give you unfiltered opinions about nerdy TV and movies for the nerd adjacent to the nerd aficionado. I am here as your nerd killer host, Aisha Jordan, with my nerd Sawin co-host, Frantz Jerome.
Believe in me. Follow the rules.
Oh, we're joined today by our nerd horror queen, Xero Gravity, horror journalist, critic, and spooky expert, and host of Blurdy Massacre. Thank you for being here, Xero.
Thank you for having me. I'm bringing the darkness.
I'm so excited. As you can see, we brought up our horror, what we have as horror pops, because we didn't have a lot, actually.
Yeah, we scraped it like, okay, what do we...
Who are we? Why are we like this?
What do we got? What are we going to bring?
It's a big umbrella. It's a big umbrella.
Facts. We were talking about this, what horror really is. And clearly we have like Michonne, that's like horror.
Yes.
Zombies.
I mean, yes, and that was the first time we saw like Black Power
For real.
in horror. That was my friend. I was like, oh snap, she got katanas.
And her own zombies.
Yeah.
I mean, they were indentured zombies, yes.
Okay, before we get going, I like to ask a question, which we forgot to ask last time. Although I said it a lot. What is your nerddom?
My nerddom is everything that goes bump in the night under your bed.
Ooh.
All encompassing. That's my thing. If I were to get more specific, I love a creature feature. Very big on zombies. Zombies, and that shorty right there, Michonne, is how I got here. So that's kind of like...
Wait, what do you mean?
I used to read the Walking Dead comics. That was my jam when I was in high school. And a friend of mine, their parents had an extra pass for Comic-Con. This is probably like 2010 or 11. And I was like, okay, I'm obviously going to go. What do people do at these things, right? Okay, they dress up. So I think I'm going to finagle a costume somehow. Yeah. And so what I did is I went to a local nursery and I was like, do you have any extra burlap sacks?
What?
And so I took some burlap sacks and I cut them up and then hot glued them together, put it over my head. And then I went to Party City, got a plastic katana. And then that morning before I went to the convention, I just like put dirt all over my body and like some fake blood. And this was back in the time, y'all remember when every New York Comic-Con, the Sunday of the con is when the new season of The Walking Dead would air.
Yeah.
I'm in it. I've been reading the comics, so I already know everything about Michonne, but the television series hadn't seen her yet.
Oh.
And I knew that Sunday she was going to make her debut, so I went as Michonne. And, I'm wearing this terrible cosplay.
It sounds amazing to me.
But somehow, like, mad people at the convention were like, oh my God, it's Michonne. So I was like, dang, this is how I find those people, in these spaces. And I became addicted to that community. I couldn't get out of it. And now I'm here.
I love it. That's kind of my intro as well. And then that's when Black Nerd Problems was like, I think you're nerdy. Do you want to write with us? I was like, that doesn't make any sense, but I could try.
The strongest drug you could ever consume.
Literally. Okay. Well, we're here to talk about Obsession and a light sprinkling of Backrooms. So I kind of want to get into it. So we started with our no spoilers review. So without spoiling it, what is Obsession about?
It is a love story, not a romance, because those two things are different.
Say that.
Right? About a woo-woo thing. I've been calling it woo-woo, like from the woo-woo crystal shops.
Legit.
And this one thing could potentially change the trajectory of this one very lonely, dare I say, loser's life. And he jumps at the opportunity. But you know how this cookie crumbles. It can't all be that great. And it's not. It's
not.
pretty terrible.
Yeah. I don't think any good things come of it at all. He's trying to find one. No, nothing
I
good.
will reveal in the spoilers what I think is the one silver lining of this entire film.
Okay.
Oh,
But yeah.
Okay, I'm very excited to hear whatever that is.
Oh, yeah.
Can I
Yeah, good
say...
luck.
Exactly. We went to see this film because I saw the trailer, like, you know, we love Alamo Drafthouse, so shout out to Alamo.
Shout out.
And we just go because we have the season pass. And I was like, oh, remember that thing? It was like, he like wants a girlfriend or something. And I was like, let's go see that. We're sitting in the theater and I'm like, oh, like I immediately understood like there was no way out of this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And he sits here the whole time like this.
And not blocking the ears.
He turns to me and goes, I think it's too scary.
Yes, understated things scare me more. Things that are like understated and like just they give you just enough. I was like, I know what's happening and I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
He literally
like,
the
no,
whole time was
no,
like not
no.
breathing. And I was like, are you going to be okay?
It's the tension.
That's so much worse than a jump scare.
Yeah.
Because you can recover for a jump scare. you
That's
know?
how I feel.
It's hard to recover when it's like 2 hours of this shit.
Yeah.
And then you got to go home.
I'm sweating.
And then you got to wash your hair. And you're still thinking about it. And
Yeah.
I'm in bed staring at the ceiling,
Literally.
theorizing. Yeah.
When we get to the spoilers review, I'll tell you what it did to him.
Oh, God. Okay.
I have not recovered.
It's good. This film is very much of like the monkey paw, careful what you wish for, very classic horror. Why is it so special?
Ooh. It is so
There's levels to this.
goddamn timely. And this is what I love so much about horror. I personally think that there is no greater lens to whatever we're feeling as a society in any given time than horror. Because I could watch a movie from, let's see, 1982 right now. And it will in some way tell me exactly what people during that time were scared of.
Perfect.
You know, and also you have like the double-edged sword, right? I can watch this movie about zombies taking over, you know, the world and eating people, or I have the choice to turn my brain on and watch this movie about overconsumerism in the United States. You know, why is everyone so addicted to shopping?
Yeah.
We're dead and we still know how to walk around a mall. Dawn of the Dead. Like, why is that? You know, or the Day of the Dead, over militarism and misogyny. You know, that's shit. That was scary in 1980.
When was that one?
I think 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have the option. And I could go on forever about what exactly is the problem right now, what scares us right now. And that's what's really scary. When you kind of relate to it, you know, a little bit in the back of your head. Obviously, like, we don't have one-wish willows that will completely derail our lives.
I was literally looking for them afterwards. I was like,
but
where do I get
do we
one?
have a problem with incel culture right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So why does this feel so familiar and like this could be me and like this weird alternate dystopia?
Right.
There's something that's familiar about it, and that's what's really scary. Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
Yo.
Goosebumps. So when I workshop, me, literacy with my kids, and we talked about horror for a long time, they're like, we're going to watch crazy stuff. And I was like, no. You're going to watch things that are no longer, that people thought were crazy, that are no longer crazy. We watched Reefer Madness.
See?
Oh.
Exactly.
Cult classic horror film about what happens when you smoke. People like possessed and shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, and I'm like, right. And the kids are like, I know some of them smoke.
Right.
And they're like, oh, so the thing that used to be scary is not scary no more. And I'm like, right. But why was it scary to them? And we actually have to talk about why it was scary. And then we watched the trailer to Obsession.
Yeah, well, that's why, like, when we went, I was like, yeah, he, like, wants a girlfriend or some stuff.
he just,
'Cause, like,
he wants a boo.
Yeah.
But when they saw it, they were all freaked out.
The trailer.
They saw the trailer to Obsession, got super freaked out because they were like, oh, mister, you don't know what it's like when you think you're just talking to somebody, but they're stalking you.
Yeah.
That does sound scary, though.
Like they're on all of your feeds, they're all looking at your whole life. I was like, that's how they interpreted it.
There's a film from a couple years ago that actually shook me to my core. It's called Red Rooms, from a French-Canadian director named Pascal Plante.
Have we seen...
Y'all know this?
I think we saw something about it.
It's a court case. It might have been me.
I saw something about from you
I was like,
about
maybe it
me.
was you.
Never shut up
Maybe it was
about
you.
this movie. And this is about internet safety. This is about, our online empathy, which is something that I watched this movie. I left the theater and I had to sit down and think do I need to get my online empathy in check? Because I'm not exempt from this, which is why it was so haunting. In this movie, y'all, let me tell you, there was not an ounce of violence. There was no blood. There was no gore, nothing. And it was the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life because it was relevant to my life, to your life, to anyone who has an iPhone, anyone that has a computer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It was heavy. And I don't think, maybe I'm a little biased, but I don't think you can get that commentary from a drama movie. You know what I mean? Not this consistently, at least.
Yeah. Well, that's why they say horror is like the one genre that people are still coming to the movie theater to see. They're like, okay, I need to see that in the theater. They're not just like, oh, I'll wait for streaming. Like, consistently coming to the theater.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I want to talk about Curry Barker and going from like social media to film and like how horror has been continuously doing that and what we think about that in the horror world.
We need to pay more attention. Yeah. We are in this weird state of I told you so, where whenever we see a comeuppance of, it's like the pipeline of internet to filmmaker or, funny guy to scary guy pipeline, it has not failed us yet.
Literally.
Even though Key and Peele was huge, but Jordan Peele was kind of the blueprint. Like, this guy was a stupid, silly, funny comedian. And then he made Get Out, and everyone was like, oh, shit. Like,
what?
I am in pain. But also, like, Zach Kreger. We can say the same. I used to watch his skits on YouTube when I was in middle school, The Whitest Kids You Know. Like the Abraham Lincoln, although that stuff does not age well. But it was the 2000s. It was a different time. But now we have Barbarian. We have Weapons. You know what I'm saying? Also, Markiplier just did crazy numbers with his movie Iron Lung. Curry Barker. I'm definitely missing a few.
Backrooms guy.
Yes. The Raka brothers, who did Talk to Me and Bring Her Back.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How did I forget about
They're not they're the Filippo brothers now. But I know them as the Raka twins. And they would do like death battle videos. Remember like Ronald McDonald?
Yes.
Like fucking suplexing people. Yes. They were so ridiculous. But now I go back and I watch those videos from 2009 and I'm like, okay, like they are filmmakers, even though it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But, if these young people on the internet who make a life, not even a career, but, have a passion for making videos, and they say, I have a taste for horror and I want to try, we should be opening up our wallets because there is not one that has failed us yet.
And it clearly, like $750,000 to make the film. And it made like over $250 million, I think, in the first weekend.
That opening,
I don't know what it's made now over time.
Buku bucks.
Crazy. More than that. But like, I remember there was a little bit of controversy because the set designer put up that post that was like, on set, everything all together, I made $6,000. And like, I don't think she was saying like, how dare you, this, that, whatever. That's how the industry goes. So, I mean, for me, I feel like if I then made $250 million. Clearly, there's other people who get paid after that, right? There's like investors and whatever. But after that, I'm definitely kicking you some money. I would be like, here you go. Like, this would not have been made without you. But are other people going to do that? And will it change the industry?
I'm not going to lie to you. I think that day on the internet rubbed a lot of people in opposite directions. I think I'm one of those people that's like, shut up, maybe? I don't know. But
I get it.
On the other side of the, if you spin the table around, if you made this movie and it made absolutely no money, like, are you going to give that money back? To cover the cost? But also, the accolades that come with having a film this big and this, everyone fucking loves this film. It's all over TikTok. You literally cannot escape it. Everyone involved with that film is going to have an incredible career moving forward.
The platform is there now.
It's there. People are talking about Indy Navarrette is like, okay, Academy Award.
Yo.
The Oscars are racist when it comes to our genre. So, we'll see. But she hadn't had any acting roles from when the time she shot that film until now. And now everyone wants her in their horror movie.
Literally.
So, I mean, and we can say the same for like Anora. Anora was made with not a lot of money. They went to Pumps by where I live, and they hired strippers there to be their background girls. And it won an Oscar.
Yeah.
You know, like that's crazy, you know, and that's
true.
also kind of the labor of love when it comes to film or anything with artistic value. If you're going to have a career in, like, if you got a liberal arts degree, like, you should not be expecting to make any money. You know what I'm saying? You should be in this for the love of the game. I'm on my 5th season of my podcast. I have never skipped a Tuesday. You know, I get, $20 for my Patreon every now and then. But like, I would be really upset if I wasn't doing this because I love it and I love entertainment. My friends who work in film, they love bringing stories to life. It's something that fuels them. So I don't know, just take a back seat and be like, this isn't fair. The industry is not fair, but artists have a drive that should be away from money, and most of us do. And so, I don't know, let's look at the silver lining.
I enjoy that you said that because most people are like, yeah, give them money. All right, we're going to get into our spoilers review. So we do this little thing called spoiler.
Oh, I get to explain spoiler
again. You can explain it again.
All right. Did you rock with Dipset back in the day?
Yeah.
All right. So when the police used to come, what did they used to yell?
Well, Hootie Hoo? Oh, Squale.
Hootie Hoo is one of them. That was,
shout out to New Orleans.
Okay.
Hootie Hoo was, that's the correct
South, that's
answer.
what it was. Yes, that is the correct answer. But yeah, so instead of Squale, Spoile. That's how we say
Spoile.
spoiler.
Yeah. Okay, it's coming. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like, right. But we also ask our guests to say it with that same zeal.
Squale!
That was good.
This is How to Be Hot Boy 101. They're coming. The police are coming. The spoilers are coming.
That was perfect. Yeah. So for anyone who is listening or watching, if you haven't seen Obsession or Backrooms, because we will get into it, stop here, come back later, watch it. Or if you really don't care and you just want to know what we think and you're going to get spoiled, that's okay. Spoil at your own risk.
It's at your own risk.
Yeah. Okay. So my first question is about the wish.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the hell was he like, better, more than any other person ever in the world, snap?
It's really that serious. We are in a male loneliness epidemic. Like, that is the end of the world, is loneliness.
Like, oh my God.
More than anyone in the world. I mean, that I guess, is, I'm not lonely, nor am I a male. But I could imagine it's that serious in the incel category of life. And we see it. I mean, incels do some crazy shit.
Yeah. He snapped. I said, why? He can be like, I wish she had a crush on me or something. Like, I wish she paid attention to me. I don't know.
As the cis male body in the room.
Boo.
Tomatoes. There's so much pressure that is at first the pressure's a lie. The pressure that
it's like internal, like you're making it up.
What fathers and uncles tell their sons and nephews, like it's a lie about what pressure we have. But then we grow up inside that fake pressure. It's like an echo chamber of pressure. And it creates an extreme on the opposite. Everything on the other opposite end of that is extreme.
Wow.
Because if he was like, man, I want her to look at me.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's like, I need you to love me forever. Like, because they don't know what else to do with the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even real.
Right.
But that's just...
But she asked him, she was like, do you like me? And I was like, will you just tell her, please?
And inside the cis mind, because it was her idea, he had to say no.
Mm-hmm.
She did it. I need to do it. She didn't do it. I need to do it. I didn't do it. It's me.
Yo, no. That's nuts.
Real.
That's
nuts. Real.
Again, when I say this movie was scary to me, it was very scary. I was sitting there like, every decision that I've ever made as a man was staring me back in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I also felt like maybe that's why, I was for real, the tension never let up. It was constant tension the entire time, and I thought that was expertly done. But once I realized there was no escape, I was like, you cannot get out of this relationship you made. You did this. I was like, oh, okay. I'm just going to watch you literally destroy everything in this, just in the people that you know, too. Like, the rest of the world is going to be like, wow, that's a crazy story.
Mm-hmm.
But, you destroyed everything right here. So for me, I was like, all right, I'm buckled in, I guess.
I counted. It's like 7 to 8 minutes in. then the snap, and then nothing is okay. I was scared from that moment on. It's a masterclass in sustained tension.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting tight thinking about it. I was like, oh,
yeah,
God,
you're a little
no.
antsy.
But you as like a seasoned watcher, were you like, this is the shit where you're like, okay, I see where this is going?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, my God. It has been, and I love this shit. And because I watch horror all day, that doesn't make me less susceptible to fear.
That was what I was going to ask. I'm like, are you like desensitized?
No. Shit is scary. That's just why I come here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I come here because it's scary. It's kind of like, why do people ride roller coasters? You know, because you like the feeling of like, oh, I left my stomach up there.
Yeah.
And for some people, it's like, you're fucking twisted. But for other people, like, they like the feeling of adrenaline. I get that feeling of, I mean, everyone does.
Yeah.
When you get something really fucked up happens on screen and you kind of lose yourself for a second, maybe you get a little cold, your heart starts beating. It's adrenaline, right?
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff that I chase. But because I watch so much of it, I think I am better at pinpointing like what's scary. So I can, even if it doesn't scare me personally, I could take a back seat and be like, that's scary. You know what I mean? Like I see a monster and it didn't say like boo and like jump out and scare me, but I can see this monster design and be like, that is a very scary thing. Or I think about this concept, like, yeah, that is a very scary thing. If I was in that situation, take me out.
Right. Okay, so like, when the solution was you have to kill yourself, it'll stop.
Can I tell you something?
Please do.
Oh my God. I've seen so many damn horror movies and, you know, I'm a clown. So maybe like 20% of the time I'm like, will you just kill yourself?
Will you just do that?
kill yourself? Never happens. It never actually happens except for with Obsession. I can't picture a way out of this. You just gotta die, bro. You gotta die by your own hand.
Roll credits.
And this was the first time where I actually saw that happen.
Yeah. Like he literally got to the point where it's like, this is never going to stop. But I also kind of enjoyed, sorry, I wanted you finish what you were saying because I was asking you, did it still scare you? Finish that first and we'll go on.
Yes. Absolutely. How so? Because I'm a woman in the world right now. Incel culture and the male loneliness epidemic is something that affects women as well. That leads to, you know, increased rates of domestic violence.
Yeah.
You know, because probably a lot of these men are living in those echo chambers.
Yeah.
And now because of the internet, it makes it so easy for people to be isolated. And now we have, you know, it was 2chan and then it was 4chan and then it was Reddit. And those are dangerous places to live. And finding communities of people that feel the same way makes the echo chamber you were talking about so much bigger.
Yeah.
And even though women are not usually in those spaces, they are there. They're not commonly in those spaces. It doesn't mean it doesn't affect us, you know, because again, fucking echo chamber, you don't know how that could be pushed onto us in different ways. We see a lot of domestic violence. We see a lot of, when I was like coming up in New York City, you know, if some guy is catcalling you and you don't want the attention, you don't make eye contact and you just keep walking. Pushing. That's how it was. Now, mothers are teaching their daughters, when a guy catcalls you on the street, you know, you can't ignore them because they might kill you. You know, like this guy asks you for your, we see it on the news all the time. Guy asks woman for a number. She says, no, I'm not interested. I don't want to give you their number. And they end up being assaulted outside of a club one night. You know, because I guess, again, echo chamber, it's that serious.
It is serious.
There are two ends of the spectrum and absolutely nothing in between. So why this scares me is because this movie, which is honestly crazy to me to think that a young white guy came up with this concept. Because this is something that, like, I don't know, in my head, like an angry woman like myself would come up with. But the reason why this is so scary to me and for a lot of people is that it shines the light on the nice guy. The nice guy in our lives. Just because, you know, I've known this guy for years and we go to trivia every Tuesday and he's been a great friend to me. Like he's my bestie at work. That does not absolve him from being stuck in that echo chamber. And that's really, really scary. How far will this guy who you think you know and has been in your life for years, you know, how far is he willing to take advantage of a situation that's self-serving? Even if it's not the ethically
we know
right
exactly
thing
how
to
far.
do.
He'll send your soul
to
away.
to
It's a
limbo.
purgatory.
Yeah. And literally, like, as you continue watching, you're like, this kid is so freaking selfish. Because
loser.
it's like one thing to
Irredeemable.
like break the thing and make the wish. Like, one, he doesn't think it's real, right? He's like, whatever, like, you can wish upon a star. Once it becomes real, he continuously is like, but do you really love me?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just like, oh, okay, like she's giving me the time of day. Like, wow, I can't believe it's happening. It was like, wait, but is it real?
Mm-hmm.
And then when she was like, you know, she gets that moment where she's asleep and she's like,
oh my God.
kill me.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, is it that so tough to be with me?
Right. And then she says we were never together.
We're never together.
It's kind of like Stockholm syndrome, right? Like I had a homegirl who was in a really tough living situation with her family at home. She had an 8-shit boyfriend who was like, you know, she knew that he wasn't the one, but he's providing comfort in times of need when stuff is really rough at home. And he had helped her get out of a very tough living situation, and they eventually moved in together. And, you know, we were all kind of rooting for them to break up because he's homophobic and he's this and he's that. And, you know, echo chamber, weird
It's a
incel
thing.
guy. But because he at one point was a valuable resource and really helped her get out of something that was really bad.
Right.
She remained in this relationship not thinking that this is something that's bad.
Yeah.
But then
you
on
get
the
stuck in that.
yes, but then on the other side, you know, how if you're clearly not meant to be together, both parties can realize that. Just because you love this girl and you want to be together, you should be able to be a grown-up and realize that maybe this isn't the best thing for both of us.
Yeah.
But if you feel that way, if she feels that way, you don't feel that way. What's like there's nothing stopping you from staying in this situation because it's self-serving. You know, I want to stay in the relationship even though she doesn't. She's not, you know, taking that step because she got a little Stockholm syndrome thing because I saved her. So I'm just going to chill right here, even though it's not good for her. But, you know, it's good for me and this is what I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and Bear in the movie had so many chances.
So many outs.
So many.
To redeem himself, and he just fucked up every single
one of them. There was like a moment where he's in the car and they were like, what's going on with her? And instead of being like, yo, something's really fucked up, I don't know what's going on, he was like, her dad has cancer.
Right.
And you're like, sir,
she was on
you
Molly.
know that's not what this is.
It was just Molly. You know, she was high.
She was on Molly.
But this is why, like, only a white young man could have come up with this.
Oh, yeah.
Because of all the outs.
Right.
I think
That they
something
didn't
that Curry Barker is self-aware of are the ways in which his generation perceives the world. And he goes, well, everybody always looking for a quick out.
Mm-hmm.
What if I take away all the outs?
All the
Right.
outs.
Now what?
Now how does it sit? It is just,
Yeah. Yeah.
keep going back
pain
here.
right now.
Literally,
Yo.
I was like, you ruined this girl's life.
Oh my
like,
God.
it's done. But like, even like, he ate the cat. Like,
He
as
ate the
soon as
cat.
it said, like,
Not in a good way, people.
I was
Not
just
me.
about to say that.
literally ate a sandwich that was the cat. I was like, yo. I was like, what do you mean verdict on the cat?
Verdict?
Cat?
Cat?
That was so fucked up. That was so, I mean, it was bad enough her fishing the dead cat out of the trash.
Like, made that altar in
Made
the
an altar.
kitchen.
Mhm.
Like, if that is not the last sign that you need to get this woman, you know, hospitalized.
Literally.
And, you know, she needs medical attention. You know, she needs to go to see a clinical doctor because something
is wrong.
not right. That's not a normal thing that fucking people do.
And he was like, you can't do that. Just don't.
Stop being so weird.
Yeah.
We talked about
We
this.
talked about this.
Oof. Oh
Okay,
my
so
God.
let's talk about, how do you say her name? Indy?
Mm-hmm.
Her performance.
Insane.
Unbelievable. Unreal. The moments where she like wakes up and you're like, she's like, fuck. I was like, okay.
Truly horrifying. Truly horrifying.
Literally, I was like, oh my God.
The duality of her performance really makes you think about what she is feeling or doing while she's like under the spell of the One Wish Willow.
Mhm.
Because when you see how manic she becomes in a second,
Yeah.
I imagine that when she's still trapped in the body, there's like a two-sided glass, and she's like, you know, trying to get out.
Yeah.
In the split second, that's when she can actually, you know, make her body do that. But that's how I imagine she stays for the entirety of this like 1 hour, 40-minute runtime.
There are parts that I have to wonder whether or not are CGI, like where there's an overlay or not. There's physical performance just with her face, and I'm like,
yeah, some of it I think was CGI.
I mean,
but
only
then,
some
like,
of it can be. But I'm like, I want to know how much, because she really went for it.
I don't think it was that much.
I don't think,
So and this is so funny. This is why, like, okay, trust in the internet people to bring it to the big screen.
Right.
Y'all probably remember this. It was a thing maybe like last summer on TikTok, but the whole Uncanny Valley, like people were making Uncanny Valley TikToks where you do this specific type of makeup. And then if I stand all the way back here, it looks like you're a person, but like something is not right. And they use that same process. So there's some BTS photos of Indy Navarrette on set for those scenes that's in Bear's bedroom, and she's like hiding in the corner. And her face looks weird. And it's makeup. It's makeup. So when you see her face like normally, it just looks like weird, bad contour. But all the way back there, it's like, that's definitely a human. I definitely recognize who that is, but something about it is off.
My sister could not handle that part. She's like, go back to sleep. Oh, I can tell you now. Okay. So we're in the living room.
Leave.
And he was like, getting ready to go. So I was like, where are you going? And he was like, I'm just going to the kitchen. I was like, stop! He was like, don't do that.
She yelled, and I was like, I completely glitched for like...
I didn't break the thing. I swear I didn't break the thing.
I was like, I don't do that.
I was like, step on it? Like,
he was like, don't do that. Oh my God.
It was like the day after, if not the same night. But
yeah, it might have been the same night. I had a blast.
Me too. It's been a good, like, maybe 10 years since I've been in the theater. And I usually I watch horror movies like this. I don't know. This is just how I be sitting in the theater. But this time, I raised my hands above my head and I put them on my temples and I said, oh shit. It's been years since I've done that.
Last shout out, because I know time is a thing. Because I went to film school, I have a thing about supernatural strength. It's rarely ever done well and right, especially in horror. Like there's an episode of Widow's Bay where someone throws someone and the shit looks cartoony.
On purpose.
When this girl grabbed Sarah through the window,
oh my God,
and beat her head against the brick, that when I said that's scary, because the strength looked perfectly like too much, but oh God, for her frame, she was just oh God.
But because she used the brick, I think you also were like, oh, this makes sense.
Yeah,
like of course she has like whatever demon strength she has, but like she was like, let me get a brick. So that I can make sure. Let me seal the deal.
Double tap. Or actually, it was like
12,
13. Tap.
Oh my goodness. Like I literally held my breath.
The worst part about that too was like you knew it was coming. You were just like, when is this gonna happen?
The shot selection was
and we
like,
know a cliche, but it didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
Everyone in that damn theater, oh, it's coming. It's coming. There's a reason why we're looking at this frame and I forget the shorty's name, but the other shorty.
Sarah.
Sarah, yes. And she's just like, this is the frame. And she's in the corner and we're just looking through the window. I know what's coming.
Watching that
Doesn't
window.
matter. Doesn't mean that I'm safe.
Nope.
It was still horrifying.
I literally was like,
man.
I was frozen like,
There are people, you just hear smatterings of, it's still going.
Yeah.
and then when he like opens the letter, I'm like, she got in, didn't she? Damn.
It's so good. You know what I didn't catch until my second watch was after that scene, because now, our demon girlfriend is aware that Bear could have feelings for someone else. And why isn't this person me? I didn't notice this on my first viewing, but after she completely obliterates Sarah, she leaves her body naked in the living room. And she's now wearing her clothes. So she's wearing her clothes and she's drawn on
Those
Sarah's tattoos on her body.
Right.
To make her more likable. And I'm like, oh, Curry Barker, you sick fuck.
Disgusting.
You sick human being. I love it.
Oh my
That's why she's like, why don't you like me?
Why don't you love me? Yo, he is like, I used to watch his sketches online and I didn't realize it was him until like there's this one sketch that we've been like watching over because we just went on a family trip and it like became the theme of our trip where they're like, oh, everybody has to say their body count, like how many people you with. He's like, everybody's got to say it. Everybody's got to say it.
Dude,
And
it's so
everyone's
weird.
like, and I was like, yo, this guy is definitely unhinged.
Have you seen Milk and Cereal?
No, but I was looking it up. That's like his other film
that's
that
like
they
the-
just put on the internet, right?
Yeah, you can watch it for free on YouTube. It's like an hour. And that one's really crazy because he does prank videos on YouTube. And then this is also just a prank video on YouTube, not this movie that I made that I put on YouTube. So he's doing all these pranks and this fucking weird ass. What do you mean you don't like it? What do you mean you don't like it? You don't like it? What do you mean you don't like it?
He's crazy.
Like, I feel
love it.
ashamed for laughing because like it's really
He's really
fucked up.
unhinged.
Yeah.
Well, it makes great
Great
movies.
film, yeah.
So
It always does, the funny guy, because like, I really want Eric Andre to make a movie.
oh my God, I would.
I know there is some twisted shit up in his brain. I feel like he could do it. I would
boy.
love to see that.
Me and my friends used to feed LSD to this little girl in our neighborhood. Yeah. And we'd lock arms around her and go, nightmare, 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 nightmare.
We'll be right back after this quick break.
You had brought up this idea, like, what is horror? Mm-hmm. So I want to talk about that in Backrooms. Because I feel like, and spoiler for Backrooms, if you're still here, that's clearly because you're in the spoiler section.
Oh, wait, no, that's
No,
not
that
the
was
one.
no, but it's still it works.
Okay.
That
Well,
one, yeah.
yeah.
I tried.
We're
gonna
taking
have
both.
to
We're taking both.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Swale : Who do you know? It's gonna be. But so the idea of Backrooms for me, not that it wasn't scary, but like for someone who the idea of the unknown and things that never end must have been like dying in that movie theater, like not able to handle. Because I was like, okay, yeah, man, that's creepy. What is around that corner? But someone else is probably like,
Yeah.
Creepy
Pain. Yeah, a creepy pasta.
Wait, explain creepypasta
Wait, what is
for
Creepy
the people.
pasta? Oh, God. I'm definitely showing my ass right now.
It's okay.
but-
We were on Reddit at the same time.
I missed it.
definitely
I don't
were.
know what creepypasta is.
Oh, for real? You
I don't know what it is.
Oh.
Tell me.
Okay, so creepypasta are internet stories.
Oh, okay.
They exist in this realm they're told as if they are true. We don't really ever find out if they're true or not.
That is creepy.
But they're chilling stories that are meant to scare you, that exist on this plane of like halfway reality. A lot of them are like ghost stories. Slender Man was probably the most popular one.
Yes.
Yeah. Backrooms was in its own way a creepypasta.
Because that's where it started. It was like online, right? Yeah.
Yeah. People write these stories and then disappear, or they write them anonymously. Because the point is the kind of like word of mouth thing. Somebody
Yeah.
sends you this link, yo, read this. I just found this. Like, you're not going to fucking believe it.
I love that.
There's the good ones when done correctly. Like, there will be breadcrumbs where if you Google this and like, well, that's true.
Oh, yeah. There's a
So-
part of it that's true, so it must be.
Yeah.
80%.
Yeah, but they're meant to live like
Yeah.
back here. And then I think the natural progression, because usually these are like written stories, and a lot of creepypastas now like take place in liminal spaces, which is just like, and also that's
Another like
Yeah.
layer of nuance.
Yeah.
about-
another layer of nuance, and also very relevant to today because we have access to every single piece of information.
Wow.
Which kind of, it just completely ruins this one little sweet spot moment in horror that we had, not pre-internet, but like right as the internet, before the internet was in our pockets, should I say. Like when the Blair Witch Project
Right.
came out.
What?
Is this real?
Yeah.
I can't Google it. Like Google
Yeah.
is not
Oh,
really
yeah.
like this wide thing where I could find 38 sources of like, well, I saw that actor at Starbucks today. Definitely not real. She's alive.
Yeah.
That wasn't
Yeah. It wasn't
possible. So now, in place of that, we have these liminal spaces because we're so used to having all this information. So when you have this wide open space and there's just nothing, what are you supposed to Google?
Yeah.
What are you supposed to get clues from?
It's like you went to the other side of it where there's too much. There's too much space.
And now there's absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
This is my media literacy hat, and I have to explain to my young people all the time. Ask them questions, and they can't arrive at an answer because they refuse to ask me questions. They've gotten really good at trying to sift out answers from a stack of answers because they have all the information, but they don't know how to ask a clarifying question that'll bring them directly to the answer.
Oh wow!
Right.
When you space that out visually, it's these liminal spaces.
Yeah.
When they don't have anything that they can't make for themselves, they're trained not to make for themselves. So if they're in a space with nothing, they can't make anything.
Right.
Yeah.
But any of us who are old enough to know when we had nothing, we had to make something.
Yeah.
So is that like a prison? Like,
yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
It's a panopticon with no eye.
tell me if you were stuck in the back rooms, that shit doesn't feel like a prison.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do? You're grabbing at the air and hoping for an answer. Exactly what you just described. If that was in a room, a place, the back rooms is what it would look like for sure.
So that makes so much sense. Because one of my things was like, I love that this is Chiwetel Ejiofor because he's great. But I was like, would a Black person go through this wall?
Oh my God, that was like, I liked back rooms. That was one of my biggest gripes is that like
Would
the
he
nigga
do
didn't even ask like any questions,
Right.
like no questions. It was just like, let me just keep.
I'm gonna keep going in
deeper, I guess,
and hopefully I get back to that spot where I was before, where I can go back out. Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, that he. Yeah.
So my theory, not theory, but my pontification after I came out from it was like, it was really a movie about memory and the trauma of memory. That what they say is like, you only remember something as many times as the last time you remembered it.
Yeah.
So it continues to degrade and become what essentially became a
Right.
monster.
And then that could be spun. That could be spun for whatever you need, in whatever direction you need it to be self-fulfilling.
Yeah.
Which is what we see with his therapist.
Yeah.
That's how he remembers things, because that's, you remember the last memory, and then at a certain point, that was never the truth at all.
Right.
But it still connects to whatever your story is.
Yeah.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
So you were scared. You were...
The concept scares me. The concept really scares me. It's not one that I was like jumping over, but I thought it was beautifully done. I thought it was a concept really well executed. I hope that it will make people think in that way.
Yeah.
But because it's liminal and there's like nothing there,
we don't know what they're going to take from it. We have no idea.
I don't know. With Obsession, there's so many little alleys and cracks to theorize in, which people still get it wrong.
Right.
But
I don't know what the manosphere is saying about that movie. I'm not going to look into it.
It's terrifying. You don't know?
I don't.
You haven't seen the papers?
I've not seen, because it will probably make me upset.
Oh, this has been spun, which is crazy because to me, when I look at this film and digest it, there's so many ways to debunk this, but I watch movies differently than some people.
Most.
But most, I'm really fucked up. A lot of commentary I'm seeing is like, well, who's really the villain? Well, Bear wasn't the villain. He was the victim. Poor Bear. He was trapped by crazy. Which is like,
did that.
In what back room did they find that theory?
Where did they find that?
Because
What turn?
I will tell you exactly what it's the back rooms of fucking Reddit, man. These weird,
that sounds like a really scary back room.
Liminal, incel male loneliness epidemic. I could never be the problem. Why isn't love working out for me? It's because women are crazy. And I don't, and listen, I'm a little bit of a freak, and I do like the whole bitches are crazy thing sometimes. When it's done well.
They are crazy.
I think we deserve to have our bitches are crazy moment. Michael Myers does, Jason Voorhees does, and we don't question anything.
We're allowed.
But not in this way. Not in this way.
Not when I was forced to go to the Phantom Zone for life.
Right. Not when I beg and plead to be put out of my misery.
Killed.
And then you take me inside and rape my body.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
What?
Never mind.
No. I don't know how. But that scene in particular really bugs me because people were not ingesting how horrific
scary
that was.
Terrifying.
And right before that, he got the full confirmation because he called the phone number on the back.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to talk to her?
And the guy's like, well, can I undo the wish? yeah, we don't really do that. Hilarious, by the way. And that's like this thing again. It's just like, oh my God, I'm fucking
That
dying.
was the director. That was him on the phone.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's his voice, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense because I was dying both times I watched. But he's like, yeah, you want to talk to her and you just hear her screams of agony. Clearly she's in pain. Clearly she doesn't want to be there. What do? You take her body inside and rape it.
He's like, well, she does love me. Because what did he say? He said, even though you wished for it, doesn't make it not real.
Yeah.
So he was like, okay.
Quick tidbit. Right before the cat, you is the two Polaroids. You,
not me.
Yeah.
She was lucid enough at
In
that
that
time
moment.
to write that this
Yeah.
is not me. That was I got goosebumps again. Because
Yeah.
I was just like, she's telling you.
We watched it for a second time, and my brother was like, not me. What's that mean? What does that mean? I was like, he's not getting it. Like, you'll find out. It literally was like, it's not fucking me.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Yeah. And then last tidbit before we close out, I just saw, as I was like looking up stuff for this, that Curry Barker is now going to do Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Girl, whatever.
What?
I don't care.
What?
I mean,
What is it going to be?
It's such a staple in the horror, like Americana of horror. But this fucking kid's brain.
That's what I'm like.
I'm praying that he just makes it the satire that we need it to be. Because it needs to be, it needs to look back at America with some.
You think?
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
know.
something.
Ooh,
Actually, I'm gonna say two things. Which one do I want to say first? I have to think about this logically.
arrange the.
Yeah.
Minority Report.
Okay, so the
Thin
first
ice.
thing. Okay, I'll start with the light thing. Curry Barker did an interview with Fangoria once he got. Well, he doesn't have the rights, but once he was attached to the Texas Chainsaw project, and he said some wild ass things about the original that just like don't sit right with me as like someone who just like, I just love the classics. Like all the classics, we can learn so much from them. He called Texas Chainsaw Massacre like boring, like overrated. Like he's gonna do something else new with it. Like that wasn't completely changing the game when that came out in 1970.
What do you mean? They were like wearing people's faces.
But it's age. For him, that's all schlock. And for his generation, that's all schlock. Not that he doesn't.
What is in his brain?
But then the question becomes like, is Zach Krager doing the new Resident Evil?
Yes.
I was like, and he doing something that I was like, what is, I couldn't even put one and one together. And I'm like, sometimes I gotta let go and let God and let the young people do what they do and hope. That is crazy to say.
That makes me scared.
As a cinephile, that's crazy to hear.
And it's also crazy to me that he would take an interview with a magazine like Fangoria, who has been doing this shit since 1979. Okay,
Pshaw.
They probably interviewed 3/4 of the Texas Chainsaw cast and everyone who was attached to that project. Yes, and to get on that godly magazine and be like, whoa, like who the fuck are you? The second thing I'm going to say is I am very happy for Curry Barker. I'm very happy for Parsons.
Yeah, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
Parsons. Very happy for him. I'm very thrilled for the Rocka brothers, Markiplier, all of them. But we have a problem with men dominating.
I was going to
say that.
Like we cannot look at the new wave of horror and all these young faces that are making new things. And 90% of them are white, and they're all men, as if there are not women out there on the internet doing the same damn thing just as well. That
Do you want to make a horror film?
I might be writing something.
The scoop? No.
Shit, now I gotta do it because I said it.
You said it. It's recorded.
I'm writing something right now, but you know, still, there are so many fucked up women on the internet.
In the right way.
Yes.
Yeah, in the good way.
Personally, like, there's this YouTuber, her name was Poppy, and I thought, I used to love her YouTube channel. You know who I'm talking about?
I've heard of her, yeah.
She also kind of like liminal and like weird, and she was like the perfect e-girl that, you know, every man on the internet wants, like, you know, the greatest fantasy, but she's so weird and she makes me really uncomfortable, and like, I can't stop watching, but I really want to look away because I feel some type of way right now. She ended up going into heavy metal. She's a singer now, which is awesome for her. I wanted to see what a Poppy horror movie looked like, but you know, there's countless others. And a few friends of mine have made like listicles. Like, you know, are you tired of hearing about Kane and Curry and Markiplier and the Rocker Brothers? Then maybe you should check out these women.
I would have loved to have that. We'll put it in the notes.
Yeah, we will. We put it in the notes.
maybe
I will link you to
link,
it.
yeah.
There's 2 of them. Again, I'm super happy for Curry Barker. He did the damn thing. He showed people that you don't need millions and bajillions of dollars to make something that is objectively good.
Yeah.
And, you know, don't count out the little guy. Don't count out the internet,
internet
people,
guy,
just you and your little TikToks, you and your little YouTube
Yeah.
videos. Don't count those people out.
Those people are good at what
but
they
still,
do
like,
sometimes.
horror is a lot wider
Yeah, man.
than that. In demographic, in audience, in artists, in stories that you can tell.
Before we go, I have this. Let's do our rating, okay?
Yes.
How many dead cats do you give Obsession out of 9?
Because 9
Because
lives.
that cat lived.
Out of 9
that
lives.
cat lived the whole movie. He kept coming back. You were like, "Oh no, his cat died," and then nope, there it is again.
There's actually 7 more. Because the cat died, and then he ate it.
He ate it,
So that's only 2.
but they brought it back for the altar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then he ate it,
And then...
and then when she was like, "Oh God."
This is so messed up.
Yeah, it is.
But when she was in the corner and she was like, "Go back to bed," she came out with the flowers and
Yeah.
stood there for like mad long and was like, "For Sandy."
Oh!
I was like, "Yo, this fucking cat, leave the
keeps
cat
coming
alone." Guy's dead.
Oh, the
I'm
creep
going to
factor.
give Obsession out of 9 dead cats, 9 dead cats.
Wow.
Yeah. I think I'm a like in the middle critic. And also I have to remove myself sometimes because I got to live with myself. I love bad movies. You know? There is a lot, I find a lot of enjoyment in really shitty movies. There's something for everyone. But on an objective level, I think this was really well done. It was really tight. There was no string left, loose at the end of it. Even like the gun.
Mhm.
You know, there's like a random conversation in
gun.
passing. Like, oh, didn't you hear? Dad leaves a gun in the
Gun
closet.
in the closet. Yeah.
You can't even be like, where'd she get a gun?
Yeah, I remember where.
Everything wrapped up. It was terrifying. It was shot beautifully.
Yeah.
Lighting was incredible and also told its own story. Sound told its own story.
Yeah.
I think it's
Sound
really
definitely.
rare that we have like one of these moments and it gets the applause that it deserves. And also it stands for something in its message, but also how it was made, looking
Yeah.
at the independent world of film, because the best movies
We
are
just gotta bring it back.
independent.
Yeah.
Do it the grassroots way. So I'm here for this movement. I'm here for the movie. There's nothing I don't like about it. So yeah, 9 dead cats.
I feel like I've been convinced to also say 9 dead cats.
No, don't let me sway you.
No, just because like sometimes you feel like I can't give it all the cats or whatever it is.
all the,
Sure
all the
you can.
cats.
Cats.
You get the cats.
But I mean, everything you said is true. There was not like a moment where I was like, well, that fell off, like shot well, acted amazingly, written really well. And it was so simple, yet like stuck with me forever. Even like my sister, we were going to watch it the second time. She was like, I can't do this. I was like, yes, you can. Like in the middle, she just got up and left and never came back.
Dang.
And I told her the second time is the same.
Let me tell you,
Second
let me hold
time
your
is the
hand
same.
when I say this. It doesn't get easier.
It's like
Not at
you
all.
left and I understand. So I'll give it 9 cats.
I'm giving it 8.5, and the half is.
You just gonna cut the cat in half? It's already dead.
I mean,
David. Well, how many cat sandwiches are we eating?
I'm not hungry.
panini,
Panini.
little press.
It's in the rest of it's in a salad.
But I'm old enough that I need another perspective. Like I needed a black perspective. I needed something else. Even the one black dude
There
at
was
the
that one
party,
I liked him.
I
though.
noticed that he's the one black dude at the party.
He noticed he was the one black guy at the party.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
He did.
So I needed that because then it fills out the world for me. Because that's the only place that I fell out of the illusion of the world was that in one moment. But it's freaking phenomenal.
I feel like that kind of made me feel safe. I was like, it got nothing to do
Yeah,
with me.
exactly. I'm over there.
Got
I
nothing
wasn't
to
even
do.
invited to this party.
I wasn't at the party.
Thank God.
I
used
don't
to
know.
think that.
I don't go to that trivia night. I don't know them.
Fair.
Music could have been better. I'll say that. That's
Okay.
all. Score was great.
Yeah,
Music
yeah.
was TikTok music, but I'm
That's
sorry.
fair. That's
Silver
that's what he knows.
lining.
That's where he comes from.
Oh yeah.
Silver lining.
Right.
This girl comes out of the demonic stupor, and she got $1 billion for legal defense
From who?
from
When
Ian.
he wished for $1 billion instead of wishing that the wish never happened.
You're right.
Because I was like, she's screwed. She's screwed. She got $1 billion.
She
But
got
she
$1
doesn't
billion.
know she has $1 billion. That was at his house. At Ian's house.
fair.
That was at Ian's house.
She
Yeah.
might not walk randomly into his house and find $1 billion, but in my imagination, she's got $1 billion for legal defense.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's
In a
fair.
perfect world, if I were her though, I'm waking up from that situation.
Yes. She was about to. I know that
brown
wasn't
and
her
visibly
about
gay.
to, but like,
I'm not going to jail. I'm not taking the blow for this.
she literally woke up and I said, "Oh, you're going to prison.
Yeah.
You're going to prison for all of these murders."
I forgot how much of her
Sarah
evidence-
naked
yeah.
in the other room.
Sarah.
Right?
Dead body right
dead
there.
body right there.
You're
He
holding
clearly
the gun.
And then this dead kid right here.
Yeah.
Best friend is at his house, dead. Suspicious amount of money. Where'd that money come
Why
from?
is there so much money?
Blumhouse sent me a One Wish Willow, and I sent it to my homie. We watched the movie together, and I was like, "Look what just appeared on my door. What should I wish for?" He was like, "Wish for $1 billion and put on a helmet."
It came raining down.
Let's go.
Yo, his face was just like, I was like, dang, you think you'd be excited about $1 billion, but no.
That's my new favorite moment in cinema right now. Is watching that kid's when he wishes that he makes the $1 billion wish and Bear just
The other
Yeah.
guy's face is like,
Deflates.
oh shit.
Defeated.
He's like,
I was
my
like,
life. I have to
deserve-
kill
you deserve
That's
this
where he
moment.
realized he had to kill himself.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's like, I mean, almost. Because he goes back and that's when he's like takes the pills, but then he kind of,
When she shoots the friend.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Now everybody.
He was like, but then he still chickens out, right? He tries to throw up, but
Yeah.
she makes
Yeah.
the wish too soon.
"Yep,
He still is a wuss. This fucking
This guy's
wuss.
all the way to the end.
worst."
Irredeemable. I can't.
This is all
Irredeemable.
deleted scene stuff for us. We're just
All right.
riffing at this point.
Yeah.
But okay, thank you so much for coming. This
Thanks for
was
having me.
phenomenal. To have such an expert horror mind on this is so enlightening. We're horror fans. I don't know if we're horror experts. So this is great.
Love your lens. Like
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fan first. Fan first.
Right?
all right.
Clap. We're done.
Oh yeah.
Two Nerds and an Actor is produced by Wondir Studios and Desta Wondirad. And us, Aisha Jordan, Frantz Jerome, and Mike Santana. Our theme song is composed by Stanley Borbra. If you made it this far, then you're the person who sits in the seats and waits for the end credits. So enjoy this deleted scene now.
And Texas Chainsaw specifically, to me, I just feel like there is a trans woman born and raised in Texas somewhere
Who would kill
that would
that IP?
absolutely
Yo.
rip Texas Chainsaw a new asshole. That's the new Texas Chainsaw that I want to see. Something
that.
about Texas Chainsaw, I don't know. And also, like, all the trans people in my life just like gravitate towards that IP. And I'm like, something about y'all just like get it. I don't
like-
know. So I don't know if the dude is from Texas, but to me, in my heart, I'm like, I want to see a trans woman born and raised in, the country
Yeah.
in Texas.
They
I want
know
to see what
about
that
it.
looks like.
It's proportionate rage.
Proportionate rage.
That scene in the OG one where he's just standing out there with the chainsaw, just ripping at the air. I can't think of anybody more rightfully angry.
Yes. Yes.
Like just that level of angry.
A little confused,
trans folks in this country.
before trans folks realize that they're trans. There's a lot of trans people that don't know they're trans until later in life.
Yeah.
And that answers a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Why did I feel so uncomfortable in my body? Why did I have all this rage that didn't make any sense? Why was I a bully? That doesn't make sense until
Later.
it does. Totally aside from, the mask, wearing other people's faces.
yeah.
But something about that whole aura, I feel like belongs to the queers, specifically like belongs to the dolls.
Yeah.
I would be thrilled if it, went to a Black woman, but that's who I see taking over the franchise. Similarly, there's a movie that really, it like has the essence of Texas Chainsaw. It's not really. It's called Dolly. Have you heard
Dolly,
of it?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Came out a
we
couple
didn't
months
see it,
ago.
but yeah.
I liked it. I didn't love it, but I love what it stands for. And we have a Bubba-esque slasher, and she is a woman And she's doing the Jason Voorhees thing. She's just crazy and she's just killing everyone. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And then I learned later that the person that plays Dolly, the killer, is a wrestler, a non-binary wrestler. We can't say that they're non-binary, like canonically, but the character like has this whole mommy thing going on because they Dolly face and like there's one scene hooty hoo where like she pulls out a titty and is like waterboarding someone with like breast milk and it's really
First of all, that is
sounds
amazing.
like Barbarian.
yeah
That is amazing.
But if we could let's
Sounds
open
fun.
it up.
Yeah,
let's open it up.
Really fun.
Again, I'm super happy for Curry Barker. He did the damn thing. He showed people that you don't need millions and bajillions of dollars to make something that is objectively good.
Yeah.
And don't count out the little guy. Don't count out the internet.
Internet
people.
guy,
You and your little TikToks, you and your little YouTube videos. Don't count those people out.
Those people are good at what they do.
But still, like
sometimes.
horror is a lot wider than that in demographic, in audience, in artists, in stories that you can tell.
Yay, I did it. It only took me 1,000,000 times.